my God, I was going over the notes and I was like, wait a minute, there are no notes. You guys fought for like 2 hours and 42 minutes last session.
Yeah.
Talking about
those characters,
tanks. Yeah. However, where we did last leave off, the team is now in the Chandei Quorum Tower, where they have kind of begun to piece together the conspiracy that has been gradually unfolding. It would seem that Father Atrium is colluding with this syndicate of changelings, a particular changeling that goes by the name of Lavion, had taken on the appearance and view of Lord Callion. Wherever Lord Callion truly is unknown. However, Lord Callion, who is being imitated by Lavion, seems to also have a connection with Spike, the vicious minotaur that is currently using the Iron Collective and its resources to not only attempt to erode at the human or the non-Fey kingdoms and the non-Fey people and erode at their ability to maintain their power, but seems to also be collecting and gathering sympathetic Fey creatures who still think that these egregious non-Fey hold some kind of place in the world after the suffering and destruction of the Feywild. And it would seem that either Father Atrium is using Lavion for his own purposes, but Lavion has just caused Jrusar to descend into a bit of political chaos, where he was amassing a huge mercenary force along with Ankarel, due to the fact that they thought Jaman Saord had died, in an attempt to then invade the Hellcatch Valley. The team, however, had other plans. With Thorn doing an excellent job of not sneaking into the tower, it then triggered off a series of events that eventually led to a confrontation in the Chandei Quorum, or in the Quorum Tower, where Lavion was residing. Here with his Tabaxi mercenary, not only were the mercenaries defeated, but Lavion was defeated as well. Giving no quarter, it was Karina that led the killing blow to make sure that Lavion could not come to his feet again, as she expressed a series of non-regrets at doing such a thing. As you guys looked at the scattered remains around the interior of the chamber, the team then began to collect Lavion and begin to search the chamber. It was Melody that heard something in her head very briefly. It sounded like Elith was calling to her. In the midst of calling for help back at the Temple of Helm, something cut her off and it went silent. Well, what would you guys like to do?
Are we still planning to move forward with chopping off this gentleman's head and then tossing the body off the top?
It seems like I can do consume mind so long as I have the brain, and it's been less than 3 days. It says nothing about a body. We can just kind of travel with a head.
Guys, I don't know what's going on, but I just got a message from Elith, and I think she's being attacked. She said she snuck into Atrium's office and then she started screaming. I don't know what happened. I think we got to move fast.
Oh no.
Hurry up and throw everything in the hole. Throw everything in the hole. It's open. It's open. Just throw everything in the hole.
There's now pounding on the door. Lord Callion, is everything all right in there?
Who amongst us is good at decapitation?
I've got a big sword. I can do it. I'll attempt.
Okay, wait a minute. I am now. That's a T-shirt. I've got a big sword. I can do it.
I will attempt a real quick and clean decapitation.
Yeah, what skill do you think Melody would use for that? I mean, if Party Girl was its own skill, I know she'd use that. But other than that, I mean,
Maybe.
would it be medicine,
Athletics?
sleight of hand, or maybe just a simple athletics check as you just kind of coordinate your effect?
Charismatically lop his head off.
Yeah.
Probably persuasion, right, you guys?
You persuade the head to pop off.
Eritrea, come within 5 feet of me.
Like, I mean, Eritrea, with your background in the Sarenrae and like, you know, divinity training, I mean, this is, you know, you're surrounded by a bloodbath around you, and now people are tossing bodies into portable holes, heads are being lopped off, people are slamming on the door, yelling, "Lord Galleon!" The door's splintering. But Melody just wants you to get a little bit closer while she
just
does.
come a little closer.
You can step out of that crazy demon circle now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I head over by Melody.
Okay.
With Eritrea's guidance, I got a 26.
26. Yeah, you pretty cleanly kind of lop off the head. It rolls across the floor. The foreign grabs it, tosses it into the portable hole. The door is now splintering. You watch as a piece of wood falls off the door. Sounds like there's maybe anywhere from a half a dozen to maybe more of Tabaxi and other guards out in the hallway at this point.
Okay. Are we going straight to Atrium's office?
I think we can use
You've got the staff, right?
Yeah. Silver thread.
Wait, do we want to toss the body off the top of the tower, or are we leaving it here?
Yeah, you're supposed to do that.
Weren't we going to disguise it to look like aliens?
We were going to do a lot of stuff, but now I'm feeling...
Let's leave it here just because they've seen Lord Kalian come in, and then they found a headless body. Hopefully they're smart enough to do the math.
Yeah, they saw Atrium come in.
Window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You still look like Atrium right now, too, right?
Do we want...
oh yeah, okay. Well, all right, we'll turn back to Atrium, and then we'll wait for them to...
We'll wait for them to come in, and then...
Oh, yeah, that's clever. I like that. Because most of you still look like... Most of you still look like or Father Atrium's kind of like people that came with him as well.
Yeah.
Foreign, you still look... Are you still look like a Tabaxi?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like just as the door shatters inward, it just breaks down. Like they kind of all tumble in. Both kind of guards from Ankarel, guards from the Chandei Quorum, including some of the mercenary Tabaxi, kind of stumble into the chamber. And you can hear them yelling and getting up. And just as they look up, they see Father Atrium with the staff saying something very silently underneath their lips. And as you tap the staff, you guys just disapparate into thin air. And the next thing you know, you are inside the Silver Thread shop. No longer at the tower.
So did we go to the Silver Thread rather than to Atrium's?
It's the only thing the staff can do. The staff was a recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had thought it was. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we see Fabian there?
You stand in the middle of the center of the shop, looking around. No immediate sign of Fabian anywhere. You're just in the middle of the tailoring section of the shop, where people would stand and he would take measurements. There's mirrors all the way around, and then there's a door behind you that leads out to the front of the shop.
Can I do a quick identify to see if there are any magical items lying around?
Identify magic, or are you just doing a quick investigation?
Identify magic.
Detect magic?
Or detect magic. Sorry, detect magic. Spell or ritual cast or...
I have too many cantrips. I don't know where anything else is anymore. It says ritual, so it would take me 10 minutes. So never mind.
It would take you 10 minutes to cast that. You guys do notice a folded up note, and 3 bottles of liquid potions on a table, and it just says "Prancing Senator" on the folded up note.
I'll grab the note and pop it
Yeah, I'll
open.
drink it.
You're just gonna drink it?
Read the note first.
Don't even look at the note. Just shove the potion.
2 of these are poison. One of them
Right? The note is from Fabian. In case you're a bit out of energy and need a quick boost, I've left you some greater healing potions upon your return. Unfortunately, I had to meet up with Artie regarding some new Fey folk that needed rescuing. Ta-ta for now. See you in a few days. Signed, Fabian.
I'm gonna use my magical tinkering on the note and write back a note of plot successful. We have news. Off to I forgot his name now. Dawnfather Sanctuary to rescue a friend. And it just fold the note back up and set it down. It's just the artificer trick magical tinkering. I can do it to one object at a time.
Okay. Gotcha.
So I do that. I fold the note back up, put it down. I'll hold on to 1. Who else?
Is anyone in bad shape right now?
I'm pretty solid.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, let's say I didn't drink this.
Okay.
I mean, I have. Yeah, you guys hold on to them because I got enough, natural healing.
I'm out of spell slots pretty much, but I'm okay other than that.
Okay.
Oh, you mentioned that you could do something to give me the effects of a short rest.
Yeah, that's
He's
one
out of
of
spell
my,
slots.
well, I might have the first level. Let me see. 'Cause,
Wait, I'm sorry?
That's
He's out of spell slots. It takes a spell slot to do that.
yeah, it's called Prayer of Healing, and I have 2 first level spell slots, but that's a second level spell.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. I guess I'm gonna be useless in this fight too. Good luck, guys. Maybe I'll stay here.
Eldritch Blast is not useless.
Callie, do you want to hold on to one of the healing potions since you don't have a ton of heals yourself?
Thank you. Karina tries not to feel bad.
So I'll just hold on to the other 2 then for now, and then
Okay.
if we need them later, hand them back out.
So we're low on spell slots, but Elith
Yes.
is in trouble. What do we do? Do we go?
How do you all?
I'm
look on
fully
spell
on board.
slots?
Like I'm ready to go.
How do we plan on getting there, and what do we plan to do when we get there? You guys.
I can fly again. I got my ring back.
How far? It's not on the same spire as we are, is it?
You guys are currently in the Lantern Spire, I believe, is
Are
where
we-
the hoity-toity section is, right?
Correct.
Is
Yep.
it the Lucent Spire?
Sorry, Lucent Spire. You're correct. It is the Lucent Spire. As far as you know, the Dawnfather's Temple is lower in the core spire. Like all the religious centers are kind of either like the new Wild Mother Temple that's being built low down on the core spire. The Dawnfather Temple is down in the same kind of general area of the lower core spire. And no, actually, no, the Dawnfather Temple is located in the Smolder Spire. That's right, because that That's in the border of the Core Spire and Smolder Spire. So you take the Fate Walk Bridge from the Core Spire towards the Airy Spire, but if you go the other opposite direction, take the gondola from the Lucent Spire down over to the Smolder Spire. In the lower section of the Smolder Spire, that's where the Dawnfather Temple is. It's like right before you can like kind of walk into all the different neighborhoods and working class kind of districts of the Smolder Spire, which is mostly industrialized with shops and warehouses and smithies and other things, and still very much one of the most rundown of all the spires because it's not really meant for people to live in, although people do kind of squat there and exist over in the Smolder Spire.
Is there someone else that, I mean, we're obviously pretty rough. Is there someone else, like, can we get a message to Artagan or someone who could help us investigate this?
I mean, do you want me to, now that I have a fancy new spell, do you want me to scry on Elith to see if I can get a better idea of what's happening to her?
Can you do it as a...
I was gonna say we might need that spell slot in a fight.
Yeah.
Can you do it as a ritual and not burn a spell slot? I can't remember if scry is a thing you can do as a ritual or not.
It does, well, it's casting time 10 minutes.
So it's 10 minutes
It is a ritual.
regardless.
So it is a ritual. So then that wouldn't burn a spell slot?
Oh. There are some spells that you can, if you do it as a ritual, you don't burn a spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Let me look this up specifically.
It should have the little R icon next to it if it's ritual. Thorn's eyes go white, and he just kind of zones out for a minute. You'd recognize it as he's sending a message to somebody.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is not a ritual unless it's something in your subclass that lets it become a ritual.
Okay.
So it will burn a spell slot. So that is its actual casting time.
Okay.
Actually, hey, Callie, I didn't know this because I hadn't scrolled down all the way. Because we leveled up last time, I can actually do Prayer of Healing at 3rd level. Because I have 3rd level spell slots now.
Ooh.
Only if you can afford to waste them. No worries otherwise, but I would appreciate it a lot.
All right.
But only if you can. I'm sorry?
I'll go ahead and use it. That's fine. I'll do it real fast. That's fine.
Thank you.
So everybody gets the effect of a short rest. And last time, you let me kind of combine that with a short rest to basically give everyone the effect of a long rest. I don't know if we want to try that this time, but I'm not going to try to make a habit of that.
So as you do Prayer of Healing, everyone can now trigger a short rest.
Nice.
And I'll also remind everyone, Fabian's note said that him and Artie went to go help some Fae folk. So as far as you know,
Artagan's booked.
What's his pseudonym for his material name?
Bragsworth.
Bragsworth, yes. I picked Bragsworth for a reason, and sometimes I forget it. But yeah, as far as you know, Bragsworth and Fabian have gone on some errand to rescue some Fae folk. So allies are thin currently.
I shot you a message. I shot you a message directly for something I'm sending to the Bright Queen.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Also, while we're talking, is it okay if I just jump into the hole real quick and put gentle repose on the body to make sure it doesn't either decay or come back as undead?
Oh, I want to watch you eat a 2-day-old brain.
I'm excited.
I popped the hole out. It's open. Hold your breath.
Yeah. Or I'll just grab it out because it's like a 10-minute ritual. But I'm just gonna do gentle repose to make sure it can't be revived, or like it's it can't become undead, and
Like it can't decay is what gentle repose does.
it says
And some other things.
You're
the
it,
duration
basically.
decay and can't become undead.
Correct.
So,
But it can become alive, right?
Yeah. Like technically, you could always raise dead or do resurrection on it, or even reincarnation on it. That is true.
but I guess
But
it's
you
just
couldn't technically do animate dead, or like you
Yeah.
couldn't turn it into an undead creature now because of the gentle repose spell.
it is
I
just a
believe-
severed head.
Yeah, and I believe it's a 10-day duration. It lasts for 10 days.
Okay, well I guess I'm done pickling now.
When you say it that way, it just got super gross. All right.
All right. I mean, should we go?
I'm gonna ride on Bright Quill. I can fly. Yeah, I mean, I've got my ring back, so I can fly. Professor can fly, right? So those that can't fly could ride on Bright Quill, I believe, right?
Done that before.
Also, when we get there, I mentioned it before, but I can cast silence as ritual, so it would take me 10 minutes, but that might give us advantage in sneaking into his room.
I can actually
Silence.
cast invisibility on me and one other person. So
Silence would make it so no one could cast a spell that has a verbal component.
Correct.
Which could be good.
So if we can,
Smite does require a verbal component, but never mind that.
You have to
Oh.
yell smite.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that staff can still be used again. It's got multiple charges.
Ooh.
So if you guys get in trouble, you could always just triple tap the staff and mutter the words silver threads, and then you're back back in. You can get out of there in a hurry if you have to. So you still have, I believe it originally had 3 charges, and it now has 2 charges.
Yes, also, I believe Fabian said that we can also just think silver thread and it will bring us
Correct.
back.
Yeah, you can either mutter it or think it. As long as you invoke silver thread, the staff will work.
So,
All right.
and does anybody still have any polymorph juice?
I think we used them all.
yeah,
But I think I can perhaps sneak in. Look, I was doing fine until I tried to confirm whether or not Kalion was Kalion.
I think we should change forms into something else because we don't want it to be that the same people who just attacked are now like walking back to the temple.
I'm out of changing anything. I'm just gonna look like what I look like.
All right, that seems fine.
Yeah, I'll also turn into Tabaxi.
Oh no, I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any more polyjuice. Yeah, nothing. I'm going to be air trio unless someone wants to make me look goofy.
I use my polymorph juice. Unless I
else
give
is
it to
good?
somebody else.
Who else is good at sneaking? Is it just me?
Definitely not me.
So I actually have decent stealth, but because of my armor, I get disadvantage on stealth.
So
So
you're not.
Yeah,
coming
like
in.
Professor
All right.
walks
Okay.
over. I'm pretty good. He's like, sounds like he's wearing pots and pans.
Yeah. Right.
Clunk, clunk,
Look,
clunk,
let me-
clunk, clunk.
Tell you what, guys. Let me just take off ahead. All right. I'm gonna sneak off into the night. I've got the staff with me though. Worst case scenario, I will bolt. If I can get in and get to Aelith, I'll just grab her and tap the staff and take off.
Don't take any risks without us there. Like, don't risk detection because
Right.
we won't be able to help you.
Right.
I can turn into a tiny fairy and kind of just like hang out in your coat or something.
I can follow behind you invisible.
I mean, we can all go and be outside. I'm thinking I can get
I see.
inside.
Yeah, and at the very least, too, I have some relationship with the Dawn Father Temple. I can always go in like as I'm praying, but so I can follow in after you. Maybe if I notice you're getting into some sort of trouble, and I would like to be in the area. I would like to be in the area, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you want to revive team distraction and team extraction? Because that's kind of how we got Karina Prime out, right? We had Melody, Eritreo, and I believe the Professor or Trauma. This was a lifetime ago.
That was Trauma still.
Yeah, come in from the front, and then...
No. It was Professor because Brightquill caught me.
Oh, right. Okay. So it was...
Is Brightquill coming with you guys? Because he was sent away, I believe.
I told him to like go out the window, but I can summon him. It's not like it's a huge deal.
So we can try and do 2 teams again, and Eritrea can kind of use the fact that he already belongs there to come in from one side, and we can try and sneak in from the other, if that makes sense for this. If not, we can all try to go together.
Eritrea, perhaps Eritrea and the Paladins try to approach the door and request an audience with Father Atrium. That may cause enough of a distraction, you think?
That's a good idea.
Yep.
Like, just request an audience that you've heard some news or something, you know?
What's something I would want to communicate with him that's not too alarming?
And now that I have spell slots, I have Dimension Door again, so if there are any locked room ways to get into...
You could tell Father Atrium you saw that crazy person sucking my fae out.
Sucking your fae out?
It sounded so dirty.
I was asleep. I didn't feel anything.
Nothing. Is that okay with everyone? Does that feel like a plan that has good legs?
You have pretty good stealth too, don't you?
I have decent stealth, and again, I can be a pixie, so I can kind of like chill out.
Even if you're just an Eric Okran and fly behind me.
So,
I have a ring to fly, so.
I have a +6 to stealth, which is not terrible, but not as good. And I don't have an invisibility spell right now because we had the invisibility earlier. So again, I can
used all the invisibility potions, right?
I did use my invisibility potion. I don't think I used my polymorph potion because I was the only person who used invisibility and stayed human. Unless I gave it to somebody else, I
We
should.
had some people use them twice.
So it's probably mine. Yeah.
Can
I look around the study and see if they have any extra polymorph potions or any invisibility potions kind of left over?
Inside, because you guys are still in Fabian's, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check as you just kind of quickly look in cupboards and drawers and see if Fabian has anything lying around.
21.
21? He has a lot of the material components to make these things. You even find that he has a small alchemy lab here. Unfortunately, you can also see a bunch of empty drawers. He clearly put out what he had, and he obviously scooped up more to take with him. You can also see that he took equipment with him. However, you notice in one of the drawers, there is a wand.
Can I do... Let's see if I have identify fast. Or
You can give me an Arcana check as you examine the wand. See if that helps you figure out what it is.
Oh, nice. That's gonna be 23.
There are silver strands of lightning like silver lightning engravings on the wand. You get the feeling that this might be a wand of lightning. The problem is you don't know if it's charged or not.
Can I? How would I check if it's charged?
You'd have to cast Identify on it to find out if it was charged, or try to use it.
Do I have Identify? I definitely.
I do, but seems like a time-sensitive thing, and I'm trying to get out there.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it in a moment of truth.
Grab it.
Hope for the best.
Yeah, you grab it, tuck it inside your robe pockets to bring it with you.
Does it feel like I can make an invisibility / polymorph potion real quick with the material around?
It could take you about 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, well, no. And then no, I guess.
And that was just based off your passive insight.
All right.
Those are complicated alchemy.
Let's rock and roll.
We gotta get going. I'm gonna just open the door, activate the ring, and fly up in the air, kind of waiting. Like
I'm gonna follow.
You coming or you gonna ride? Okay.
I'm
gonna turn into a tiny little pixie and chill on Thorn's hat.
Okay.
And then I guess Jelbatross and I will hop on Brightquill's back if Brightquill's here by now.
I would say Brightquill is waiting for you guys up on the roof.
Awesome.
As you guys kind of gather outside of Fabian's, and with Jelbatross and Melody climbing on the back of Brightquill, all of you begin to kind of levitate up into the air. And as you course up into the air, you could see that the streets are pure chaos down below. You could see streams of wardens kind of moving through the streets, carrying lanterns, kicking doors open as if they're looking for somebody throughout the particular Fate-Watt Bridge section. You can see that none of the gondolas are working anymore. They've all been grounded and are currently being heavily guarded by mercenaries, as well as the Tabaxi mercenaries as well. It would seem that whatever's triggered at the Chandei Quorum Tower, you can now see the massive airship from Ank'Harel beginning to slowly detach from the Ares Spire. It is descending towards the direction of the Smolder Spire, as you get the feeling that eventually this search may be a process of both looking for the people that killed Lord Callion, as well as the beginning process of trying to find Father Atrium. It would seem that your deception has worked. They think Father Atrium has killed Lord Callion, and now the streets are in chaos of people looking for him. But you could also sense the feeling that factions are at play here. You can see that some of the wardens and the mercenaries are clashing openly in the streets. You could see that there's confusion. People don't know exactly what's going on. You could see some of the gutter runners and some of the syndicate individuals that fight amongst themselves are now fighting either wardens or the mercenaries. There just seems to be this kind of sense of unfolding confusion in the streets.
Maybe going to the Dawn Father's temple right now is a little trickier.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they haven't gotten there yet. You get the feeling at some point they're going to get there, but they haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, we need to, let's rush this and try to get Elith out of safety. And in this chaos, we may just be able to barge in.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, perhaps that gives you, hey, look, perhaps that gives you a heads up. You all go and knock on the door. Father Atrium, they're coming for you, you know, and that sets everything alight, and perhaps we can get in that way. But anyway, let's go. And I'm going to try and be stealthy, but take off towards the tower.
So let's go with a group stealth check. So everyone give me a stealth check.
A stealth check.
Now, I'll say, because both Jelbatross and Melody are flying, you can make regular stealth checks.
Thank you.
Everybody else who's flying can take advantage on these stealth checks, because there is an advantage to flying. I mean, you're not creating as much noise. You're higher up, and you're taking advantage of the confusion of the streets to a certain degree as well.
I think I'm going to help swing the bell curve for this one for us.
22.
22 for Karina.
I got a 5.
You watch as like a little token on Melody's party favor kind of belt falls off. It hits the head of a warden, and like 100 wardens look up in the sky just to see you guys fly right by. No, I'm kidding. What'd you get there, Trio?
13.
13. And Forn?
29.
Ooh.
29. And Professor Jalbatross, what'd you get?
He put it in the chat, 17.
Yeah.
17. Okay. I mean,
I help swing the average a bit.
yeah, I mean, Melody brings it down a lot, but
Yeah.
but
Look, average out me and Melody, and you get like an 18, right? So,
and you get a better consumer price index if you do.
Yeah.
I would say that on average it's pretty good. You guys take advantage of the confusion, and the ship is slow to move. So you guys move so fast that no one spots you. I did roll a perception check of 17, but your average is more of a 19. So there's points in time where you think people look up, but you use the shadows of the spires and you use the darkness to kind of help you arch your way down towards the temple. The challenge you have with the temple is that the temple is built in to the base of the smolder spire on its lower level. From your memory, Melody, as well as Eritreo's memory of the temple, the windows are maybe like 5 feet tall, but only like a foot wide, just big enough to let light kind of cascade down into the interior. There's a large marble roof on the temple as well, but the only entrance that you know of is the double doors in the front and the stairwell that leads up. As you guys circle the temple, everyone give me perception checks with advantage because you are flying.
Where's my perception? Oh,
glad
not
we have
great.
advantage. Good grief.
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Okay.
14.
Okay. 16, 14. Forn, what'd you get?
21.
21.
I have a plus 10 though, so I rolled really badly.
Hey,
Yeah.
it makes you feel slightly worse about that. I got a 19, but my perception is -1. So,
I rolled a 2. I rolled a 2 and an 11. So
nice.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
All of you notice that the temple is quiet. The front doors are wide open. There are bodies on the temple stairs. There is something congealed and viscous flowing out of the temple. You can sense something is definitely wrong. The gardens in the front of the temple have all withered and died. There's a sense of abandonment and a sense that something is going on. Something has gone wrong and something very bad is happening inside.
So I'm going to try and like go at the top of the door, duck under the door and stay up high in the air, like on the inside.
Okay.
If we're pretty close to the roof line, I would point towards the place where Atrium's office is and try and send a message to Elith.
Okay.
I'm in a 120-foot range and say, "Are you there? Are you okay? What's going on?"
You feel the message connect.
Mhm.
She's alive, but
Mhm.
she's unable to respond.
She's
So-
alive.
Hey, can I? Sergio, I'm going to shoot you a message in Discord just because it's not super involved, but it's something a little longer than I want to do right here.
Yeah, go for
A
it.
question about a spell.
Yeah, go for it.
Um,
I have
You-
Corinna on my hat. and
Yeah.
we rolled really well. We rolled pretty well with stealth, so I think Corinna and I together will slip under the top of the door and up into the ceiling still.
Yeah, as you and Karina get to the top of the door and slip underneath, the temple kind of arcs up. It kind of arcs up and into the rafters and stone up into the ceiling. You can see all the pews are lined onto the right and left. There is a foul stench in here. There's a strange kind of haze of red, like a red foggish haze that is kind of boiling through the interior of the temple. There are bodies everywhere in the center of the temple pews, and it appears that the entire floor is thick with congealed blood.
Oh,
Can I do Arcana to see if I sense what might have caused this?
Sure. Arcana or Insight, your choice.
what
I'll
about
roll
religion?
perception. I'll roll perception to see if I recognize any of the bodies.
Sure.
Arcana or Perception? Which one is better?
Well,
Is it-
Arcana or Insight?
sorry, Arcana or Insights?
That was a 25 for my perception roll on that one.
Okay.
I'll do Arcana.
Because
20.
we have been there before, because that's where we resurrected.
Now, with Karina and Foreign being on the inside of the door jamb up above in the steeple of the ceiling, Eritrea, Melody, Professor Jabaltras, and Bright Quill, where are the four of you exactly?
I want
I was
to
going.
kind of circle the grounds to see if I could find any survivors or
Give
any
me perception. Give me perception on that, Eritrea.
Is it still at advantage because I'm flying?
Correct.
That's a 16.
Okay.
Hey,
And Melody and Professor Jabaltras, because you two are on the back of Bright Quill right now.
I was going to have Bright Quill drop me in a inconspicuous place on the roof that I can kind of make my way over to somewhere either on the wing or on foot.
Okay.
Whatever Melody wants to do with him after that, that's up to her.
Okay. So Jabaltras, you make your way over towards where the main door entrance is, so that you're kind of above the door entrance, watching from above. Because that's the only way into the temple currently that you can see, unless you want to try to break through the roof.
I'm going to see how well something goes. And I'm still like, dumb question. Did you turn off direct messages in Discord? Because I can't find you. It's not letting me do it. I can just tag it in our chat.
No, they implemented a new safety protocol in Discord. Only friends can send direct messages.
I said, I'll put it in the chat. It is nothing.
Well, no, hold on, because technically, by messaging me, that should work now. I don't know why it's not working.
I'm putting it in our group. Just
Go ahead. I don't know why it won't let you DM me. That's weird.
We'll figure it out later. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing good.
No worries. No worries.
So I was looking for if anyone I recognize, because we did come here to resurrect Karina way back when. So I would have seen several of the people. Are these, definitely people that we've seen here before, or are they people who were just happen to be there kind of thing?
Well, I'll describe that for you in a moment. Melody, what are you doing?
I think I would like to be dropped on the ground in front of the door.
As you get dropped off, on the ground, your feet squelch into the ground as they kind of bury themselves about an inch deep of congealed blood that is still very kind of liquid and viscous all around you. You could see the mutilated remains of people in the garden space. Trio, as you're flying around, Melody, give me a religion check as you look through the double doors to see the hellscape site inside the temple now. Trio, you recognize no one being alive. People were either have surprised looks on their face, or they defended themselves to the last measure. The attacks are violent, and their bodies look almost kind of ripped apart or shredded by a weapon of massive size. Foreign, as you glance the interior with Karina on your shoulder, everyone that you've met here is now dead inside of here, with the exception of Elith. You do not see her amongst the corpses, but all the acolytes, people that you've talked to, people that you interacted with are all spread across the interior of the chamber. Karina, the bulk of the kind of like coagulated blood is pouring from the side door chamber that's closed. It's even like the side door chamber is like 20 feet tall, and the blood is like seeping like through the full height of the door. You can see it like seeping along like the edges of the door and kind of running down the stairs into the interior chamber. What'd you get on your religion check, Melody?
I got a 7.
7? This feels like some kind of ceremonial effect. Other than that, it doesn't really resonate with you. But Karina, you get the feeling that something behind those doors is the main connection to what's going on here.
So with 20 in Arcana, do I have at all a sense of what kind of ceremony or what kind of monster would have created something like this?
I would say
Father Atrium.
Yeah, like a little bit more on that.
I would say whatever Father Atrium truly is, he has now taken that form. This place feels like it's suffered the wrath of someone's plan that has been unraveled and undone.
Oh, okay. So I don't think we should open those doors directly. I think we should try and be sneaky about this. I can try and do Dimension Door again and get us maybe from the side and see if we can find Elith and just grab her and go.
I don't think you've been to Father Atrium's office.
Something happened when Tali wasn't here, but I don't know if Karina was there.
But she could, I mean, you guys could, his office had windows, right? You could look through the windows and then you would see the office.
Yeah, they're like 5 foot tall windows that are only about maybe, 10, 12 inches, wide. So you can't really squeeze into them, but you can certainly try to see inside the chamber and then use that as a way to kind of like bamf with Dimension Door inside.
Does that sound okay? I think our best shot is not fighting this thing. I think our best shot is hoping that getting her out would be a fast and unnoticed thing.
Yeah, my concern is how many times can you use Dimension Door?
I mean, I technically can use it twice, but I can only do two like major spells per short rest.
And you can only take one person with you through a Dimension Door.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, if it's extraction, then it's going to be fast, quiet, and ideally uneventful.
So, I stand ready to punch a very large hole through the roof or the window, so that's fine.
It's a marble roof, though.
I got hammers.
Yeah,
I wouldn't try to punch it. It's
pretty resilient. I mean, it would be an effort. Oh my god!
I mean, with a hammer, Jesus, I'm not a savage.
Do we have any sense the Wardens have started to head in this direction and like how far away they would be?
You looking up, you could see that the Ankarel flagship is descending down towards the Smolder Spire. But now you can hear fighting. Like, it's strange. In the confusion, as they descend upon the Smolder Spire, you get the feeling that all the syndicates and criminal organizations are seeing this as an incursion upon their territory, and it's almost like there's just chaos in the streets. The airship now has stalled up above the the gap between the Lucent Spire and the Smolder Spire. You can even see like cannonade explosions, like descending down into some of the streets and buildings. You can hear them kind of go off, and you can hear, like, you watch as a catapult like launches something up towards the ship, and it kind of cracks against the hull of the ship. It feels like something is creating confusion. Something has taken your success and kind of harnessed it and is creating this overwhelming sense of confusion.
So we have some time. It doesn't seem like anyone's going to descend upon us with force.
I'm going to try and place myself in the air, but like by the handle of the door, where the door is going to open towards me. Like if I turn the handle, it'll open towards me. That way I can open the door and try to slip up above it if it's going to pop open.
What door is this? Is there a set? Because I thought there was only. What door are you talking
So
about?
the Melody's in front of the double doors looking into the temple.
Because they're already open.
Foreign and Karina, you're
Interior
up,
door.
Yeah, Foreign and Karina, you're up above. The two, there's the altar up in front of you, and then you can see a door to your right and left. However, the door to your right and left, they are 20 feet tall, 10 feet wide, kind of palatial double doors. These are designed for grand entrances. These are not doors that are easily opened, cautiously with one hand. These are large metal palatial doors.
Those are the ones that are leaking the fluid over.
Well, the one on the left is, and that's the one that seals. That's where Father Atrium's office would be.
Can I?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Is evil with me?
He poofs on the other side of Foreign's shoulder. Hello, Miss. Oh, you're pretty. What are we doing here? Oh, this is a bad place, mistress. We shouldn't be here. Can't you feel it?
What do you feel?
Something's opened a doorway here, mistress. I smell legion. I smell something big on the other side of that door. It's angry. It's malevolence that's done all this. I smell something that just pure hates, mistress. We should really go. We shouldn't be here. This is a bad place.
Unfortunately, we have to retrieve someone from here. Would you mind turning into a rat, a small rat if you can, and kind of see if you can get under the door undetected?
Well, I can't swim. There's blood down there. If I'm a rat, I'm going to sink in that blood and I'm going to be boofed out of here.
Ooh, I guess it's that bad. Also, rats are decent swimmers, but it's okay if you can't swim. I won't judge you.
It's not like I'm a rat my whole life. You turned me into one for like 2 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Make me a good swim. Sorry, I'm just a little bit panicky right now.
Hey, Corinna, what if your bird can go up in the window?
I got a name. I'm right here. You don't need to speak about me in the third
His
person.
name is Evil.
But you have never actually acknowledged that you talk to each other in front
That's
of
true.
us.
Yeah.
That's
That sounds like a plan. Evil,
You don't really want to go in there.
I'm afraid we must have to.
Well, look, I'm willing to do about just anything for you, mistress, but something's in that other room. It's bad. Like, I can feel its connection.
Who has the compass?
Connection to what?
To me, I'm from the Fell, mistress. I'm Fae. You're Fae. Your friend Thorn is Fae. However, I'm originate from the Fell. I don't go back there anymore. It's gone. I go back to a pocket when I die, when I get dematerialized from your material plane. But what's in there comes from chaos. What do you think happened when the Fae and the Shadowfell went away? You know, you and your friends, mistress, you flit about in this material plane, protecting to save all of us from whatever bad things are happening here. But what do you think replaced the Feywild and the Shadowfell when it went away? Chaos, mistress. Pure chaos is what waits for us on the other side of that door.
We are both in service of the Raven Queen. She will one day be the entity to control the Shadowfell and do so in a
Did it ever
just...
occur to you that she's abandoned us?
Not...
Did it ever occur to you? What makes you so sure you're actually speaking to the Raven Queen? I mean, you seem to think you really are, but what if it's a different voice pretending to be her? What if chaos has been in this world longer than we thought possible? This place is wicked.
I am sorry, Evil. You do not have to stay here if you do not want to.
He's gone.
Well, so much.
He's just like, there's just a poof of like cadaver feathers, and he's gone.
So
yeah, fight with your bird.
Yeah, I was going to like right before he did. I forgot. I was going to like sneak up behind Melody. Like, is Karina having a full conversation with that decaying raven? That's.
I think I've introduced Evil to you guys at some point.
But you never acknowledged that you talk. Because I tried to talk to it before, and it didn't respond. Because I can talk to animals.
You have held strongly to the fact that, like, you're not talking in any way that we can understand. And so it's just like you staring intensely.
See, I'm just imagining, like, just full, like, Raven calls and creates just something like, tweet. Tweet.
Who, Corinna? Do you still have the compass on you?
Yes, I do.
But we don't have anything of. Do we have anything of Elith's?
Melody might.
I would say Melody probably has a trinket or something that they.
Elith has given me something.
Yeah. I mean, other than romantic eyes, she's
right.
Definitely giving you
because if we can get that, let's go get that trinket from Melody and see if we can't better narrow our scope of this search. So we'll fly out to where Melody is real quick.
So Melody's down at the main entrance. Professor Jabaltros is now with Melody because you said that you were behind Melody talking to her.
I was mostly joking, but
okay. I mean, so you're still up on the roof.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for a sign whether or not like I need to kind of break in.
But Thorn and Karina, you move away from the interior of the temple ceiling, and now you're back with Melody. Eritrea, you're still wandering the gardens trying to find anyone who's still alive at this point. And so far, you've found nobody. You can see through the wilted and dead kind of topiaries and trees and gardens that used to be quite beautiful and stunning. They're all kind of drooped over and in decay. And through that, you can see Melody and Thorn and Karina in her little pixie form on his shoulder are gathering in front of the temple. You can see Professor Jabaltros is kind of lingering on the roof high up above. kind of looking down, keeping an eye on things. And in the background, you can hear the fighting off in the distance, the confusion kind of unfurling and kind of ebbing and flowing. You feel a gentle tug on your mind, Eritrea. And amongst the wilted garden in Topiary, you see that familiar statue.
Yes, I was going to wonder if that was there.
And the statue of Divini is still there. Everything around it is decayed away, but the statue seems intact. Seems strangely restored. There's a vibrancy to it. There's something about this statue that has your attention at the moment.
Am I drawn to it?
You kind of want to be, but you still have your will. You still have license. But
Yeah,
it just feels like that statue's important right now, but you're not entirely sure why.
I'm going to head over and investigate it. I'm going to go with my feeling and go towards the statue.
Yeah,
Don't
give
go
me...
to the line.
you can give me religion or insight. Your choice.
Probably religion. Oh, no, actually insight.
It's so weird that religion is intelligence-based instead of wisdom-based.
I know. I would
feel
think
like-
that religion should be wisdom-based because it's a gathering of your knowledge. I don't know. It's weird. What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You notice that the eyes on the Divini statue begin to run with a dark kind of blood. They begin to drain at the corners of the eyes. You begin to watch as the surface of the statue begins to crack and little flakes of dust of the statue begin to fall off. And you're standing within like a foot of it, kind of examining this. The closer you get to it, the more visceral your response, the more physical the response of the statue. You even watch as the wings kind of twitch slightly, kind of like stone twitch. Oh my God, Kurt! Kurt, I gotta mute you.
Yep.
All I hear is gaggling kids.
Hey. We can hear you.
Danny's doing his D&D times.
It's my D&D times, and Eritrea is about to unlock something.
I go to, I have, say I pull out, a handkerchief and kind of wrap it around my hand and, wipe the blood off the eyes of the statue.
Yes, as you do that, you reach out and you wipe the blood away, and you notice that all the stone of the statue begins to flake away underneath your touch. And as it flakes away underneath your touch, you watch as the entire statue just kind of collapses down at your feet. And at your feet, you see a stone-shaped heart, like an actual physical heart. And now you can hear the pulse of the heartbeat, kind of like in your mind as you stare down at it. Not like an emoji heart, but like an actual physical.
Yeah,
heart.
actual physical, like what we use in Discord.
My brain immediately went to an emoji heart, so I was trying really hard to describe like a physical heart.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab it with my handkerchief covered hand.
Yeah, you reach down and you pick it up, and you could feel the energy in it, like pulsing and vibrating. You could feel this connection. I need you to make a wisdom save, if you would, please.
Kalema.
I assume he's pretty far from.
Yeah, I mean, he can see you guys in the front of the temple, but he's pretty far in the gardens right now.
All right.
Another dirty 20.
Nice. Good on the rolls tonight.
Yeah.
Your backstory is probably not going to kill you then. You get the sense that this is a gift from the First of Fallen. That this statue was placed here many years ago as a dedication to Azamar and to the idea of being Azamar. But you identifying this statue as a replica or a imagery of the First of Fallen known as Divini, whatever magic was imbued into the statue is now held in your hand. While it doesn't seem to cause you any harm or grant you any immediate gift, this feels important. You're not sure what it entails, but it is allowing you to hold on to it at the moment.
All right, I'm gonna hold on to it and like kind of tuck it away in a pocket and head back towards the temple itself.
As Foreign, Karina, and Melody are up in front of the temple, kind of discussing what to do next, you watch as at the edge of the gardens, you watch as Eritrea steps out of the Wilted Gardens and starts approaching all of you up the stairs to kind of join you. Professor Jabatros is looking down about 30 feet, 40 feet above, kind of looking at you, watching the fighting off in the distance, and kind of just waiting to see what you guys want to do next. But you guys are now technically kind of all gathered in front of the temple.
I tell everyone what Evil told me.
Okay.
We can't just keep standing around here waiting. We have to, some of us or all of us, we have to go in. Like, we don't know what's happening to Elith right now. I can feel she's in there. She's not responding. I mean, something is wrong.
So let's use the compass to locate her exactly. This way we can get her out as fast as possible.
All right.
Grab a trinket from Melody, a kind of a hair tie, a really cool hair tie that was used during one of their party sessions, and she left it with Melody. So you grab it, you hold on to it, and you hold on to the compass, and you watch as the compass spins wildly, and then it finally settles in the direction of Atrium's office. She's definitely inside there somewhere.
Okay.
So
The only way in is through that door.
Or dimension door.
or the roof.
If it's
or the
blood,
window.
if that blood stuff is filled in that whole place, if you dimension door in there, you dimension door into a room entirely full of bloody ooze stuff. How are you going to get out?
With the staff.
I mean, you can't see Elith on the other side. You see that stuff is bloody, gross.
Okay, let's see if we can get eyes on the window. Or does any of us have scry?
It's a 5th level spell.
I have scry.
Do we want to try and scry on the room, learn exactly where she is, jump in, jump out?
I think we could do that, yeah.
Okay.
What's your other high-level spells? What's the cost if we scry and we don't do something else? What's the cost?
We'll have to wait for 10 minutes. First off.
Yeah, casting time on it is 10-minute duration.
But
I'm a fan.
I don't know if I have the components for it. I need a crystal ball, a mirror, or a water-filled font. So I don't know if I have.
I would definitely say you carry a mirror with you. You carry a very small, ornate mirror with you, so that you can do the scry ability. So I'd say you've got that with you.
Okay.
All you got to do is reduce your gold to, it would have cost you 150 gold to purchase the ornate mirror.
Sorry.
Um,
One thing I can try to do, just since I'm up here, and I know we mentioned it's filled with not quite blood. Does his office does have an exterior window, doesn't it?
It does, but it's not big enough to fit through. It's certainly
That's
big
not
enough to see through.
That's not what I was planning on doing. I was just going to go and kind of fly down to the side of it, and I carry daggers and small things, and just see if I can break the window. And
there's no window pane. There's no covering. It's these stone window slits, like these medieval stone slits that are they're really just designed to allow light to kind of cascade into the altar room or into the rooms.
So there's no painted glass in it. I got you.
Yeah, but you could easily kind of look through and see what's going on inside.
Mm-hmm. So,
are the hinges on this side of the door or on the other, or on the inside of the door?
The doors push in. Yeah. The door design is similar to the one that you guys are standing in front of that are open, and they swing both ways. They swing in and they swing out.
So there's no, okay.
I think if we can get a sense of what the inside looks like, if we know exactly where she is, we might not even need Scry if we can just see where she is. If we know where she is, we can try and just do it as fast as possible. That's my suggestion. But we can also... I have a hard time thinking that it's a good idea for us to go in straight ahead and fight him. We will die. It seems like this is a big bad boss and a really gross...
No one's trying to fight. We're just trying to get in and out. But we have to do something. And standing out here is getting nothing done.
So
she could be drowning in blood for all we know.
I'm more and more just I just want to burrow in from the roof. I'm the one that can take the biggest punch, and I can fly. So, if I can find her, I can get her out through there. My plan is going to be noisy. People will notice this, but...
All right, Karina, are you going to dimension door in, or should we just go in straight, through a roof or through the door?
I'm a fan of dimension door, but it's up to you guys. It's an option. The thing about it is, if I have somebody who has the staff, or if I have the staff and I just get her out of there, then the other people will need to find a way to get out. And if he notices us, he will be mad, so it will be a fast escape. We just don't have a lot of time to think about it, and I think the biggest thing is for me to know exactly where she is. Otherwise, we're screwed. So this really only works if I know where she is.
All right. And you haven't been to Father Atrium's office.
But she's looked through the window. Have we looked through the window of the office?
No.
Do that already!
Go. You Pixie, you got wings.
What do I see?
So you're not flying, you're on the ground. The windows are 15 feet up in the air. This is one of those big, ostentatious temples designed to ooh and ah people when they arrive to it. So the window base starts at about 12 feet above you. So someone's got to be able to fly up to it and look inside the window.
Okay, I jump on the griffin and look through the window.
Okay. You guys watch as Melody kind of whistles for Brightquill. She leaps onto Brightquill's back and she brings Brightquill up to the very first window that should be looking down into Father Atrium's office. As you get up to the edge of the windowsill and you begin to you and Brightquill kind of get up to the level that you could peek down inside of it, you can see that the interior of the walls are coated with the blood residue everywhere. You can even see faces kind of pulsing out of the blood. You can see hands pushing at it, trying to push away or enter into the chamber. As you peek at an angle, you can see a creature 20 feet tall, kind of hovering over a pile of bodies that have been dragged to the center mass of another double door that's open. And you can hear the rattle of chains as one by one he's beginning to lash these bodies up into the other room where the chains are hanging over what looks to be some kind of activated circle. and you could see like this pentagram on the ground, and you could see that the blood of the people hanging in the chain is dripping down onto the circle, and the whole time you can hear him muttering underneath his breath, "We'll save you for the last one, dear. Only one pure as you are shall allow this gateway to open. And with the death of your god and the absence of the magic of the world, Legion will be free to roam and take what it deserves." You could see down at the feet of this demonic creature, huddled in a cage, you could see Elith. A small cage, barely big enough to hold her. You could see some kind of skullish altar in front of the circle. That it's like he's preparing for some final steps, for final activities. Give me a religion check, Melody, as you examine this.
All right. I'll give myself a bardic inspiration. I'll be like, everything, it's gonna be fine. Okay. That's a 15.
You've got 10 minutes.
Okay.
You got 10 minutes before the gateway opens, and you get a feeling that whatever he refers to as this Legion thing is going to start pouring through the gateway.
Okay. I'm going to fly back down and just communicate this all to you guys. We have 10 minutes. He's going to sacrifice Elith. It's going to open a gate. We have to move now. The goal has to be to get Elith out of there.
Okay, look, Tally, Corinna, go.
Yeah,
go with them.
I'm gonna take the.
And I'm popping the door open.
Yeah,
like I'm letting them go, and I'm popping the door open.
Give me a strength check on the door. Karina and Melody, you're going on Bright Quill to go back up to the window.
I think I'm going to the door.
Or are you guys going to try to open the door?
So Melody described to me where she is, or I flew up as well just to look exactly where she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can.
She's in front of the demon.
Door. Okay, I'm gonna take
she's in front of the demon,
like at its feet. Like he's
at its
currently
feet. If you go in there, you're
chains.
at its feet.
Yeah.
But all she needs to do is bamf in, tap the staff with Elith, and bamf out, right?
Yeah.
And we just need to be a distraction coming from the other direction.
I can also do.
Trying to open the door.
Yeah.
I can also do Ride the Rift, which would allow me to materialize there and do a 14d6 damage.
That sounds good too.
So I'm going to do that instead.
Okay,
I'm going to...
So Karina's going to do Material Rift. So that'll allow you... Does that allow you to get to where Elith is?
Wait, sorry, not Ride the Rift. It was... Did I not get the one that I need?
Forn, so are Professor Jabatros, Eritrea, and Forn working on the door, or Professor Jabatros, are you still intending to try to get through to the roof?
I don't think me trying to get I think trying to get inside would be counterproductive. That would lose time. So I'm going to try to smash through the roof. I assume that if I have like an iron knife or just like a blunt point, I'm going to try to hammer it into what if there's any. It's marble, you said, right?
Yeah, it's marble stone, so it's very resistant to forms of bludgeoning and attack. I mean, it's resistant.
Okay, I want to try to find I'm doing this specifically because you said it's marble, like a crack in the marble and wedge a dagger into that.
Okay.
And then just start trying to wail on it with my maul until I see it starting to give way at all.
Okay, so that's what you're going to work on. Eritrea and Forn, you're going to try to open the door. Karina, you're going to bamf in and grab Elith.
Yeah, I'm going to dimension door in. I'll dimension door in with a staff, grab Elith, and get out.
So the question is, are you dimensioning door in to grab her and then dimensioning door out? or is your intent to use the staff the moment that you're with her?
Which would be faster?
I mean, they're both equally as fast.
So I'll use the staff.
Okay. So, 4 and an air trail around the interior door. Melody.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do 2-dimension doors, and I'll give the staff to them so they can use it to get out as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, because if you use the staff, you and Elith get away, and everyone else is left behind.
Yeah, so you guys can have the staff, and I'll do 2-dimension doors.
So,
Melody, while everyone else is getting prepared, what are you preparing to do? You're on mute.
She was helping me open the door, I thought. She's at the door.
bust through the door.
Okay, so Eritrea, are you also helping opening the door? All right, so I need a strength check from somebody, and I'll say it's with advantage, and I'll lower the DC slightly because 3 of you are currently working on the door.
I got a
With advantage,
+3.
I got a nat 20. So
nice.
Plus
So without advantage, I had a 2. It's a
Yeah, but what's the-
25 total.
25.
Straight strength is 25. Yeah.
Correct. Professor Jabatras, give me a attack roll as you go to use your maul to hammer the dagger into the wedge that you've created.
I do want to make clear, this is not like, this is to start a crack. I'm not trying to make it through with this one thing. This is just to kind of weaken the stone.
Either way, you're making your first swing.
All right, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was trying. What is that? I think it's I guess +7. I haven't done any attacks so far. Where the hell are you? Oh, +8. Cool. I love that. That is a 24.
24. You successfully manage to wedge the dagger into a starting crack. It's at that moment you notice through the window the 2 doors are now swinging. Are you guys pulling them or pushing them in? They could go either way.
If the blood was coming out of it, I assume out would be the
Easier
better
way to
way
go.
do that, right?
Yeah, but based on Melody and Karina's description, the blood's not deep in the room. It's just coating the walls and draining from the ceiling, and that's why it's seeping through the door. So you could technically push or pull, either one.
Okay.
Pushing is so much more dramatic.
Okay, push it.
Pushing is more dramatic.
And
You
can draw your
swing-
wand, just
You
saying.
swing the doors open through the kind of like thick sludge. Karina,
It's like
you
Aragorn.
see-
We're gonna Aragorn.
yeah, into Helm's Deep.
God, that's just
Um,
so
All right, D6 inspiration, Eritrea.
nice.
You have a knack for
Good, we need
slipping Lord of the Rings references in there on a pretty regular basis. So you get a D6 inspiration for that one. As the 3 of you swing the door open, Professor Jabatras, you started a crack in the window. Karina, you dimension door right into the cage with Elith, and you're now inside the cage with Elith. You're ankle deep in the blood that's around you. However, the moment you get there, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
I'm gonna take a shot at the big 20-foot tall demon guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll for that.
Because now she's within 5 feet, so I get advantage, right?
Yes, you do.
Do I have any kind of
Jesus.
advantage?
How close are we to Karina?
Oh no. The music
Oh
changed.
no!
I tried to warn you. I tried really hard to warn you that.
Well, let's
if it's
resolve a few
guy-
because we'll resolve a few things before anything happens, right? So starting with Karina's wisdom save, what'd you get?
7, technically.
Okay, well, technically means a 7.
Technically.
A 7. As you guys swing open the door, you watch as Karina bamfs down into the cage. She grabs onto Elith, goes to cast, and then suddenly she gets a kind of docile look on her face. The same docile look that Elith has on her face. Within the 20-foot aura of effect of this demon, she is now kind of she's now under a charmed effect, but it's not charm. It's like a command effect where you immediately feel like you're meant to just sit there. He's got what's called worship. Whenever anyone gets in within 20 feet of him, you have to make a wisdom save, DC 17 or higher. If you fail, you immediately take on the effect of command.
If we
Where
had a
you,
scroll of protection from good and evil, does that do anything?
if you would have used it earlier, it would have given you advantage.
Oh wait, maybe we
The
did.
three of you look towards the interior just as Forn takes a shot. Crack! What'd you roll?
17.
You watch as the round ricochets off a barrier around the huge creature. Ricochets off up into the ceiling. You watch as the huge demon kind of turns and looks over its shoulder as it smiles in your direction. Good. More worthy sacrifices for the pyre. The blood will drain from your bodies, and Legion will feast on this city. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, no. This is not good, gang.
This has got to be a milestone, though, if we get through this, right?
Surely a milestone.
Surely.
I actually gave you an early milestone because I was afraid that you were going to follow this arc, even though I gave you the choice. You know, I know Melody has an affinity for Elith. You know, you're friends.
This is your fault. I take no responsibility.
It is nobody's fault that I rolled a natural 20
of
on the arc table. It was just me rolling on the arc table, and it allowed the message to go off to. All right, I gotta do. Let me get this ready.
I mean,
we got to be smart about stuff, guys.
I am. I had a plan. I was,
What was the plan?
So-
I thought we did the plan. I thought she was supposed to.
Well, no,
ban
the
Finn
plan
and
worked
ban back.
great, but you didn't know about his aura. So, like, as soon as she got
I
within range of the aura, it technically Karina is now, under the command condition of halt.
Look, having been the guy to jump into a fight and get too close to something and fail a wisdom save off the bat, I already expected that's going to be a thing. And I'm
Well,
like,
I
we
have a
really
+6
shouldn't
to
do that.
wisdom, okay? It's just that I got a 1.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Let's see. I need to figure out how to get
me over above them, more or less.
Yeah, because you're over here at the window, about
I
to
was
break
up-
it open.
I was
On
on
the
the roof. I never got to the window. Remember?
Well, no,
I
you
was
said you
on-
were jamming the dagger into
Into the
Crack in
into
the
a
marble.
crack in the marble.
Yeah, I
not
thought it
in the
was
roof.
at the window seal. You want
No,
that to
I
be
was-
up on the roof?
Yeah, I'm on the roof above. The,
Okay, so we'll put you on the roof. Unfortunately, then you saw none of this happen. You have no idea what's
no,
going
but I
on
heard
inside.
things. So
You
Well,
heard the
you
crack
heard
of the gun.
noises. That's true.
You would have heard my
Trio.
grandpa.
Air Trio is inside. Melody is inside as well. Thorn took the shot from the doorwell. And I did not build the cage because honestly, I didn't think you guys were going to do this.
what was expected? Tell me that. Never?
So you're actually inside here with the demon creature who is currently assembling the pyre and preparing for the final ceremony. All right, so what do we got? We got we need.
Yeah.
So Melody, I'm gonna go ahead and
Nope.
put Air Trail
Arena's tough.
all the way down there.
And,
I don't roll well on initiative ever.
You're our Lord Johnson. We have you
I
here
don't
for
know,
a
man, you
reason.
did better than me last time, didn't you?
Ashley
Yeah,
Johnson,
I think so.
I'm
Yeah.
usually near.
Or Ashley
Rena's
Johnson.
got
Yeah.
Rena's got an 18.
Okay. And it
For
doesn't
what?
really
Should
matter,
correct-
but
yeah.
how
Yeah.
would who goes first between me and Melody?
What's your dex?
Dex or
My dex is 0.
your?
Oh my
There you
God, Karina's first. That's unfortunate. However, at the
Why is it unfortunate?
well,
Because you're under
because you're
command.
currently
Command.
under the worship effect
a-
of
it's a
the
wasted
demon.
round.
So, however, at the end of your turn, you do get a new wisdom save.
Yeah, I wish I was ahead of you because I would just
Um,
bless you to the advantage.
However, the creature gets to go first, and I don't think he can fit through the door on the side. So I'm going to cheat As he comes through.
He's so tiny.
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll come raging into the room. All right, Forn, you have 4 attacks coming at you.
Yep.
I don't need to do math because that's a 2 plus 12 is 14, but that is a 30, a 30, and a 27 to hit.
Yeah, so the other 3 hit.
Yep. I am going to
And
use
all of them are
averages. I'm going to
molded
use
five.
averages for tonight, though, because I don't want to have to roll everything out. So,
All are
Forn,
over the. All of them
The
are
D4, yes.
plus the D4. Yeah.
so you automatically take 6 points of extra damage. This is actually going to be fire damage. And then you're going to take an additional 31 points of fire damage.
Ow.
He's then going to use 2 AP and cast Wreath of Fire. I need everyone to make dex saves, if you would, please, except for Karina, because it's only a 10-foot area of effect.
Preserving me because I'm on
For
the
an
roof.
Yeah, and
add
you-
4 to your roll.
Add 4 to my roll. Cool.
And also, Treya,
That's
you're
a-
both within 10 feet of me, so do a +4.
That's a 22 for me.
I got a 15.
15 will fail, 22 will succeed. Eritrea,
The
what'd you
22. I rolled it. I rolled a 10.
get? Oh, did he?
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of internet problems tonight. I got a 19 though with all the bonuses.
That'll succeed. The DC was a 17. So Melody take 29 points of fire damage. Everybody else take 14 points of fire damage. And then with his, he moves. That was 1 AP to move, 2 AP for a spell, 1 AP for attack. So that will finish his turn. Karina, you're still under the effect, so I need a wisdom save at the end of your turn.
That's gonna be 17.
17 is the DC. You notice that Elith, however, is still kind of docile and looking kind of like under some kind of control. However, you shake your head, and at the end of your turn, you're able to shrug off the worship effect of the demon's aura. That'll finish your turn. Melody, you are up with Jabaltros on deck.
Okay. Damn it. I feel like hitting this guy is just not going to be helpful because he's just a huge dude.
Remember, you would inherently know that creatures from the Nine Hells tend to be very vulnerable to radiant damage.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, all right. I'll do a Sacred Flame on him. Why not? Dex save of 16. Let's see how dexy he is.
Let's see. That is I rolled a natural 19 plus 5.
Okay, he's not that dexy, but still too dexterous for me.
Yeah, he looks very kind of swole. He's like, he is strength and con.
Okay. Let me try casting Suggestion on him.
That's a wisdom save.
It's a wisdom save.
Ah, why did I roll that like that? That was pretty weird. Stuck to my hand. God damn, I'm rolling good tonight. That's a natural 20 plus 5.
Another nat 20?
Yeah.
Alright. That is not going to succeed. But I did just cast an enchantment spell, and I have a feature now where whenever I cast an enchantment spell... Sorry, it's one of these new bard things.
No worries.
I have something called Beguiling Magic now. Where is it?
Beguiling magic.
Immediately after I cast an enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, I can cause a creature within 60 feet of me to make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it has the Charmed or Frightened condition for 1 minute and will repeat saves at the end of its turn.
Unfortunately, he is immune to Frighten and Charm.
Oh,
All right. Well, I have 1 more AP. So let me just take a couple of smacks at him.
Go for it.
All right. 26.
That'll definitely hit with an extra D4 of damage.
Awesome. Okay, well,
Roll.
Smite the big guy.
yeah, let me throw a divine
Oh, hell
smite.
yeah. Smite, baby. Here comes that pally. That pally damage.
Okay, now I am low on spell slots, but I do get one free smite.
Yes, you do.
Sorry, for the first time not having my camera on, I have Charlie in my arms being really cute. I want to show it off, but I ain't doing it.
Good. My plan is working. The distraction has taken hold of your other paladin.
That's my.
Charlie, I demand that you immediately begin to purr and nuzzle your nose into his chin.
But have you seen the new Love Death Robots where cats train like
Yes.
household robots
Yes.
to take over the
Yeah.
world? It's great.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And you know it's true. True story.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie and Captain Stabby are going to team up. I know they are. Hey.
Now, he is vulnerable to radiant damage, so you can either multiply your damage by 2, or you can roll the dice twice.
Okay, so I'm, so I guess the actual hit with the longsword is not radiant damage, but the divine smite is.
Correct.
Divine smite was 10 when I rolled it, so I'll just call it 20. So
Okay,
that's
20
30
points
total
of radiant.
points. So it's, and the rest was 10, so that's 30 total points of damage.
Nice. You guys watch as Melody's blade just digs into the leg, and the radiant energy of the smite arcs up the leg. The demon howls in pain as he grabs his leg and stumbles from the pain, and blood begins to ooze out of the wound and onto the ground.
Awesome, that's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action and breathe a cone of fire right at you and Eritrio. I need the two of you to make dex saves, if you would, please.
It's 17.
7. That is DC. 17. That will succeed.
6.
6. That will
Oh.
fail. Melody, you take no damage. Eritrio, you take 18 points of fire damage. That'll finish his legendary action. Professor Jalbatros, you are up with 4 on deck.
Okay. I obviously I'm not in the shirt now. Am I basically on top of you guys outside?
Basically, you're on the roof right above where they currently
Okay,
are.
good.
That's
I
your
didn't-
best guess based on
Yeah.
the fighting you can hear below.
So before we were in combat, I was able to get cracks to spread in the roof from where I was jamming the.
You
dagger.
jammed the dagger into the marble.
Uh-huh.
So the dagger is now jammed into the marble, and there's little hairline cracks around the dagger.
Okay, for first AP, this was original plan for the not stealthy. I'm going to use my Thunder Screech on the stone or Thunderous Screech to try to just shatter the roof.
All right. And
It
what's
just-
that effect?
It's functionally. Sorry, it's God. What is? I can't remember what the original one was. It's 2d10 thunder damage is what it was. It's,
Okay. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Roof. All right, where are some details? I got 17 thunder damage to the roof.
17 thunder damage to the roof. You watch as like a 2 square foot section of the marble cracks and kind of pulverizes. You watch as the dagger comes loose and rattles that you've probably gotten maybe halfway through the roof.
All right. Can I just try to just do God, words are hard. Words suck. Just do a basic attack with my maul. Try to hit
if you spend an AP to attack, you get 2 attacks on the roof. Go for it.
Yeah. So, okay. Do I need to roll to hit, or is it just kind of assumed?
Well, the marble has an armor class of 15.
Okay. Actually, that's not too bad. I rolled a 27.
So you get an extra d4 of damage. Go ahead and roll again.
All right. 1, 2, and where's the d4? All right, so it takes. Yeah, that's right. Excuse me. 10 basic damage, 1 fire damage, plus 4, so 15.
15 points of damage. Is that for both attacks?
That's for the first one.
Okay.
It's 2d6.
Yeah, you crumbled it some more. You get the feeling one more attack should do it.
All right, last one. Ooh, nat 20.
Nice. Max damage.
So it automatically takes 12 regular damage and 6 fire damage. And then
it only had like 14 hit points left. So you watch as the roof of the marble that you're standing on just completely crumbles away. There's and it tumbles down, and you watch as the marble shards rain down on top of the demon, and he kind of looks up, and you're looking down, and you two like locked views at each other just briefly as you have created a big enough hole to fall through.
So,
hey, Foreign, when it's not your turn, I'm going to have to mute you because there's just too much background noise.
Were any of the chunks of marble falling through big enough to cause?
No, because it's not really, because it just kind of rained debris down on him just enough to kind of like, get his attention.
Because I think my next thing in there probably isn't going to work because he mentioned he can't be frightened. So I will go ahead.
You got 2 AP left.
Yeah, for the first one, I'm going to use Watcher's Will. So everyone, maybe let's see. Is Karina, are you kind of in the background or like not in active combat?
She is 40 feet away. She's 40 feet behind the creature in the other chamber, and she's also in a cage with Elith.
Okay, so I can't actually do that for you then because you're not within range of me. But the others, for 1 minute, you guys have advantage on your. Oh, sorry. On intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. So,
Awesome.
Nice.
all right, and last one, since I'm up here, and I don't know, he's big and dangerous. Oh wait, I can't do that, but I can do a.
That ability you're using, is that concentration?
No, it's a paladin class feature.
Gotcha. So it's just 1 minute duration. They have advantage on those saves. Awesome.
Yeah, and I'll do a dice thing right now so I can keep track of them. But so the last thing is, I guess I'll just do a cantrip. I'll just cast Sacred Flame at him.
Dex save? Or is that a spell range attack?
60.
Dex save.
It's just.
Ooh, that's going to be a 2 + 5 is a 7. That's going to fail.
So
and he's vulnerable to radiant damage, so you can either roll the dice twice or roll it once and times it by 2.
All right, let me find. I didn't spend a lot of time setting my dice up, and with the lights out, it's honestly kind of hard to see. So I gotta find my d8s. There you are. You know what? I'll just multiply by 2 because they're all a 7, so it takes 14 radiant damage.
Nice. You guys down below can now see that Jabatrus has created a hole up in the marble of the roof. You watch as his divine ability kind of rains down and gives you that advantage. And then you watch as a radiant strike slams into the top of the demon's kind of like where his shoulder and head is. He's going to spend another legendary action and blow a cone of flame up in your direction, Professor. Give me a dex save, if you would, please.
Where are you? Might have to turn a light on just so I can find my dice. Oh, that sucks. That is a crit fail.
Yeah, you watch as the flame just washes over you as you take 18 points of fire damage.
All right. I can deal with that.
That will finish Professor's turn. Forn, you are up with Arrow Trail on deck.
All right. I'm going to move, but I have cunning action now. So I'm going to cunning action disengage so that I can move out of base without invoking opportunity attack. And I'm going to, with the ring, I'm going into the room where Karina is.
Okay.
And I want to fly up about 10 feet with that.
Fly up 10 feet.
Yeah. So I'm up. I'm not high enough to have advantage on shots, but I'm just up in the air.
Okay.
And then...
you're in the chamber now and you're not in the cage. I need you to make a dex save as all the chains that are not holding any kind of corpses or forms begin to activate and lash towards you.
Okay. Dex save?
Yep.
That's a 19.
Yeah, you kind of like duck and dodge and weave as you totally dodgeball it as these chains are lashing at you, but they are not successful in striking you.
Okay, and I'm gonna. So that's 1 AP for the move with the cunning action on top of it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna take my first shot at him, which they're in base. So I get advantage on shots.
Yep.
Man, so close. That's a 29 to hit.
That'll definitely hit with an extra D4 of damage.
And a 28 on the second shot.
Yep, that'll hit with an extra D4 of damage as well.
Okay, let me count my dice real quick. Sorry. There's the attack actions. Also, want to mark him as a favored foe after this as well.
Okay.
Because I have that as limited
marked
use.
as favored. Okay.
So that's D12, D12, D4, D4. I need 2 more D4 and a D6. Because one of them's going to get the extra psychic damage. And then only one shot gets sneak attack, though, too, right? So,
correct.
Okay. All right. All together, 6, 12, 18 plus 8, 26 total damage from the 2 shots.
Nice. He just takes both shots in the back, kind of gets his attention. He kind of looks over his shoulder at you.
And then I'm going to use my last 2. Yeah, I'm going to go on and use my last 2 action points to make it a normal shot. Roll. Yeah.
Yep.
For both shots. So one's a 14 and one's a 27.
27 will definitely hit with a D4 of damage.
Okay. You 12, D4, and the extra D4 for favored foe now.
Yep.
Which makes that one 5, 8. Double check that was 4. Yeah, 12 damage on the last shot.
On the last shot. When that last shot strikes him, you watch as he arcs back towards you. He points his huge axe at you. Take the knee! And you watch as this huge flaming hand comes jutting out from the ground below you, goes to grab onto you. I need a strength save, if you would, please.
Strength. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nope. That's
you are
7.
now grappled and restrained, and you will take 16 points of fire damage. That was his last of his. He's got no more legendary actions this round. That'll finish Foreign Cern. Eritrio, you are up. Then we'll be at the top of the second round with Karina on deck.
How's everyone doing health wise? I'm assuming Foreign, you're pretty bad.
Yep.
I don't even think you can see me, but the professor's doing fine.
Okay.
I'm at about half health.
Okay.
I'd go for half health. That'd be great.
Do I notice if the Divini Stoneheart is acting any differently in the presence of this demon?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
It's still, I mean, it's still, you feel the connection to it. You could hear the heartbeat. You know it's magical. But other than that, you're not really sure what its intent is.
Okay. A really dumb idea. I'm not going to try it quite yet. But,
What is it?
Storm, dumb ideas
Oh,
are my
says
thing.
the wife.
That's my
What is it? Let's meta this bad boy.
all right. I'm going to use Healing Word at a 4th level on you, Ford. Assume you're within 60 feet of me, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's not my noise this time.
No, it's. I know it's Eric getting up and being Eric. He probably thought he muted too. He always does that.
16, 20, 22. You get 32 points of.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh. Damn.
Yes. Very nice.
I rolled really well on those D4s, and it's
Yeah.
painful. So,
Nice.
that's plus 10. And then
Oh, did he freeze?
Maybe there.
Oh, there he is.
Yep, there he is.
Internet's real bad on my end tonight. I apologize.
No worries.
Blame it on Alexa.
Yeah.
I am.
Alexa, fix my internet, would you? Oh, sorry, wrong Alexa.
I am
Old-
going.
old
She yells
dad
back
joke.
there, "Shh."
Old dad
Yeah.
joke, couldn't help it. So you still have 2 AP left.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my last 2 AP to
Uh-oh.
cast Spiritual
Internet.
Weapon at a 4th level.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Spiritual Weapon at a 4th level.
Spiritual Guardians, right?
Now,
I couldn't hear what you
no,
were saying. You were
spiritual
kind of
weapon.
spiritual
Spiritual
weapon.
weapon.
Gotcha. All right. At 4th level. Now, spiritual weapon, I believe, does force damage, not radiant damage. Correct?
Force. Yes, correct.
Yep. Okay.
Now, do
Go
I
ahead and-
get to use it on this turn or just cast it?
Nope, you use it. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Yep.
All right. So, make a melee spell attack. That is. Ooh, 19 plus. Then I use my spell attack bonus 8, so 27.
27
To
will
hit?
definitely hit. Yeah, it will definitely hit with an extra D4 of damage.
3d8 plus 4 plus 4.
Yeah, spiritual weapon at higher levels is far more effective than its basic level.
Ah, there he is. 5, 6, 9. How many is it? Oh, it's 9 plus 4. 13, 17 points.
17 points of force damage. This construct slams into the leg of the creature. You see it buckles slightly under the force. That will finish your turn. That'll take us to the top of the second round. Karina, you're not up yet. It's the demon's turn, but you're on deck.
That was cruel.
The demon is up with Karina on deck. He, you know what? He's going to pivot.
No.
And he's going to cast 5th level fireball in the chamber. So I need Karina, Forn, and I'll have to roll for Elith for deck save. I need deck saves from the two of you as the chamber fills with a massive explosion of a fireball flame.
19.
19 will succeed, so you'll take half damage.
Oh, Forn, Kurt said he is out for a minute.
Oh, I missed that part. I thought he was there. Oh, BRB. BRB. Elith failed her save, so she'll take full damage. 5th level, that is... It's 5th level fireball. Oh, wait, I've got the average written down. Karina take half of 48 points of fire damage. Elith will take 48 points of fire damage, and she is currently unconscious. Forn, what'd you get on your deck save?
Rolling it right now.
Okay.
That's 18.
18, that will save. Take half of 48 points of fire damage. He will pivot back towards Eritrea. He's going to spend his next AP to take 4 attacks on you, Eritrea. That is going to be a 27, a 22, a 25, and a 17.
All hits.
Oof. That is going to be 4 times. That's 48 points of fire damage.
I have 1 HP left.
He's going to spend his next AP to take 4 attacks on Melody. That is going to be a 19, 26, 26, and a 13.
Oh, okay. Only 2 hit.
That is going to be 24 points of fire damage.
All right.
That was 2 AP to cast a spell. Karina, you are now up with Melody on deck. And you notice that Elith is now unconscious next to you.
I'm going to take her and Dimension Door out.
Okay, where are you going? You have 500 feet.
Literally as far in the direction of the silver thread as I can get.
Okay, you bamf out into like the walkways and alleys and streets, as far as you could get. But you're kind of just in the familiar streets of the Smolder Spire at this point. The silver threads are many thousands feet away.
I am going to give her my potion.
So that's an AP for you to give her a healing potion. Greater healing potion. So I believe that is that 6d4 plus 4, I think?
Not sure.
No.
44 plus 4.
44 plus 4. Sorry. So go ahead and roll.
So she is back 20 to 20 HP.
Okay. She wakes up, her eyes open, she's breathing heavily, looks up at you. Karina?
I'm going to slap the protection from good and evil thing on her. Scroll
okay.
on.
Okay, you give her the scroll. You basically have 2 AP left.
I mean, the plan was to grab her and then for everybody to gather around the staff and get out. So I think I'm going to
Dimension Door's a spell, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got 1 AP left. Yeah, so it was 2 AP for the Dimension Door, 1 AP for the potion. I'll free action that you give her the scroll. So you got 1 AP left, and you're 500 feet away from where the temple is.
Okay. I mean, again, the original plan was for me to get out and for everybody else to get to the silver thread with the staff.
But who has the staff?
Did
You have the
guys
staff.
decide?
No,
No.
you have it.
No, she gave it back. She gave it back.
When,
That's why
I thought she had the.
She gave it back before she went in the room because they were both going to take the same amount of time. So she was going to dimension door in, dimension door out, and then we stacked.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
But I am going to just looking around. Do I feel like I can maybe, scream very loudly for everyone to go to the Dons, to the temple, because something evil is there and they need to go kill it?
You give me a persuasion check as you yell that out. Yeah.
Let me see if I have anything to assist my persuasion. I do have friends at will, which gives me advantage on all charisma checks directed at a creature.
Yeah, go for it. Give me advantage on the persuasion check.
Okay. That's going to be 26.
26. All right. That'll finish your turn. Melody, you are up with Professor Jabatros on deck.
Okay.
And I'll say you just watched as Karina and the unconscious Elith bamfed out of the cage. They are no longer in the chamber.
So I know they're out, and I think the plan is that we are not trying to fight this guy. We're trying to get in and out.
Correct.
I'm going to cast Find Steed to summon Giselle.
What's their duration on that?
It takes 1 action to cast.
All right. Yeah, you're good. So it's a spell, right?
It's a spell.
Yeah. So 2 AP, you
2
cast,
AP.
and you watch as Giselle materializes right alongside you.
Okay. I know that Forn has the staff. Where is Jalbatros?
I'm still on the
He's on the roof. He's not even in there.
Oh, he hasn't even come inside, so he's totally good. Giselle has a phase step ability. The steed teleports along with its rider to an unoccupied space of your choice. Can I yank Eritrea up on Giselle's back with me and take him with, or no?
I would say he can use his reaction, and you can use your remaining 2 AP to do that, so the two of you are now on the Giselle's back.
Okay, and then Giselle's turn follows mine, I think is how this
I believe
works.
so, yeah. Her turn's right after yours.
Okay. Yeah, she shares my initiative count. So on Giselle's turn, she'll phase step us 60 feet away, like out of the building.
Okay. So that'll get you and Eritrea. Oops, wrong marker.
Oops.
That'll get you and Eritrea out of there, and we'll say that takes you back. Come on. Sometimes I get really annoyed by some of the UI mistakes that they don't compensate for. That'll get you and Eritrea towards the front on the back of Giselle.
All
So
right.
from above, Professor Jabatros, you just watched as Eritrea and Melody were able to escape the main chamber. You're not sure where Forn or Karina are because you can't see into that section. However, at the end of your turn, Melody, the demon is going to spend he is going to spend all 5 of his legendary actions, and he is going to use Blood Seal, which is immediately going to close the door behind you, the door into his chamber, which I can't see right now. Oh, it's on the other side. That's why. Where'd it go? Oh, I forgot to build it. Just a sec. I will put the door in because I don't know why I forgot to build it, but I did. That will seal that door. Is that? Fish's legendary action. Professor Jabatros, you are up with Forn on deck.
Okay, first thing, I'm going to try to cast command on him. So I need him to make a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay. That is going to fail, so he's going to use one of his legendary resistances to pass.
I thought he just burned all 5.
Yeah,
No, that's
just-
That was
Excellent.
actions. They're
Oh,
separate.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, they're separate. Yeah, legendary resistance is separate.
All right.
However, he doesn't get those back. He gets legendary actions back, but he's
Mm,
limited to the number of legendary resistances that he has.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think that leaves you with 2 AP, correct?
it does. So, and I
Just run.
Hmm.
Just run.
But I don't know that you and Karina are safe, and that's not what I'm going to do. Like, so
Yeah, he wouldn't know that.
But
He
you
just-
I
saw-
don't know that.
I would
I
Why
saw-
say
else
though,
would? But why else would Melody?
Well, hold on,
I mean,
hold on.
inside it, right?
I would know. I would say that you do remember the plan. So if Melody and Eritrea have left, that at least tells you that Karina and Elith successfully made it out.
Mhm.
But you wouldn't know the condition of Forn because you haven't
Right,
seen Forn yet.
At Ford, are you out? Or are you or are you just pretty banged up last time? I didn't catch.
No,
the
he
condition.
is currently restrained by a flaming hand.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
Oh.
I'm going to go ahead and say fuck it because that's in my character. I'm going to cast. This is not one of my better moves, but I'm going to cast Moonbeam at 3rd level. So he has to make a
Nice.
16 DC 16 con save. I imagine he's probably going to succeed, but it is.
I
double
just
damage.
rolled another natural 20. Not on my attacks, but
No.
on my saves. That is
Alright,
a
so
20
he's-
plus 12, so that's going to be a 32.
Yeah, so he saves on that, but I think he takes half damage.
He still does take half damage, which he is vulnerable to radiant damage. So whatever damage you roll, he'll take the full damage.
Right. All right, that's actually not bad. So he takes 16 radiant damage.
Okay. And there's now a cone of moonlight just arcing down into him.
Is the thing grappling Forn a concentration effect, or is it like a one-time?
It's duration. It lasts for up to a minute.
Ugh.
But at the end of each of Forn's turns, he can try to make a save to break the strength.
Except on the
So
first
that'll
turn.
finish your turn, Professor. And you're
Right.
now concentrating on Moonbeam. Top of your turn, Forn, you're going to take another 18 points of fire damage at the beginning of your turn.
Ouch.
Now you're currently grappled
I'm
and
gonna-
restrained, which means you have your move is 0, and your attacks have disadvantage.
Yep.
But other than that, you're just currently grappled and restrained. That's the only 2 effects on you, I believe.
Yep.
Now you can spend an
So-
AP to try to break the grapple, and it's a strength save.
Okay, I'll try with 1 AP to try and break the
Go
grapple.
for it. Yep.
What's strength? Is +5. It's a 16.
16, unfortunately, is going to fail by 1. It's a DC 17. You are still grappled and restrained.
But can he still? Could you still do the staff?
I have. Yeah, I mean, it's in my inventory. I'll try one more time to break the restraint.
Okay, go for it.
Yep. That's better. It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. At the last minute, you break out of the flaming fist. The fist kind of boils away from you and collapses onto the ground. The creature turns to look at you as you break out of the grapple and restraint.
Okay, I'm going to, with a cunning action on my movement, fly up through the hole that Professor's knocked.
Go ahead and make another dex
trying
save
to-
as you have to get away from the chains. The chains
Yep.
are going to attempt to lash out at you.
Yep, that's a 23.
You're good. The chains miss you entirely as you come up and under, and you're launching yourself up towards Professor Jalbatros.
Yeah, so that doubles my movement. So that'd be 60 feet of movement, right? Would that get me out
Correct.
the hole, or
Oh, yeah, that definitely
Okay.
gets you up by the Professor.
okay? I want to I want to try and grab the professor and like push us off the edge of the. Like
I will
push us
say,
off towards the edge of the
I will say right now, you guys are out of initiative order at this point.
Gosh.
You guys have all made it out of the chamber and scattered about. I've got Melody and Eritrea at the front. I've got Thorn and Jabatros up at the top. But currently, we'll say we're out of initiative order.
All right, come on, Professor. And like I fly past him and I just say that and fly past him.
Okay.
We're really going to leave this thing here for it's like to deal whatever damage he's doing.
You're more than welcome to go die, but I'm still smoldering. Okay.
Yeah, there's like smoke coming off of his form.
Just kind of pat him out.
You watch as the airship is beginning to descend. You can hear the Smolder Spire Wardens running in the direction of the temple.
We've got to
Maybe
get out.
somebody managed to spur them into activity somehow. But so Thorn and Jabatros, you're on top of the ceiling. Melody and Eritrea, you're in front of the temple. He did some kind of effect that caused all the doors to seal shut, just as you stepped out of the front. What are you guys doing?
I know you just
Come
mentioned
on. We got to go find Corinna.
Other than the big Warden airship, is there anything else in the sky?
Not that you could see, just the Ankarel flagship slowly descending towards the temple.
All right. So, am I out of sight? Like, I know I'm a big bird man, but I'm not like obviously like front and center of attention. Like, looking down from the street, you wouldn't pick me out necessarily as something unusual.
I mean, a birdman flying through the sky on a night like this is probably gonna,
right. But I mean,
people's
like,
interest.
but Thorn just knocked me away from the roof and told me to run. I'm not actively doing anything. Like, I'm not like any more conspicuous than I would normally be.
I mean, the confusion is probably working in your favor. So you can see Thorn is now taking off into the darkness of the Smolder Spire.
I'd like whistle at Eritrea and Melody as I zip off.
All right.
You're not sure if they would have heard that. Chaos is beginning to unfold in the streets, yelling, screaming. You could now see that the airship is descending. I mean, you could try to whistle. I don't know if they'll hear you.
Well, now my original plan was to fly down to them anyway. It was to get Professor and fly down to where they are.
So you bump the professor off the roof. You then fly down. You're now above Eritrea and Melody, who are like fully kind of like Princess Diaries, on the
on the back of the unicorn.
Yeah, on the back of a unicorn, just kind of like standing there with the 80s profile pic, looking off in the distance.
I bet Eritrea's on the back with his arms wrapped around her like his hair.
Sorry, not Princess Diary, but Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Very similar movie.
Do we think that his ritual is thwarted, right? Like,
well, yeah, because you had over. Carino knows that it's thwarted. She knows that she heard him. Actually, no, I think Melody heard it when you look through the window. Yeah. So yeah, the fact that he was reserving the Inquisitor, which is what Elith is. He was reserving her for the final attempt of the ceremony. You get the feeling that he has now sealed the temple as a last-minute defense, as he maybe is expecting things to go poorly now. So you get the feeling that he is kind of in preservation mode.
I think we need to warn people not to go in. He needs bodies for this. We don't want to give him bodies. He's sealed up. So if wardens are approaching, Melody would be like riding forward on the unicorn.
Oh. Then here, take the staff. I'll fly up and warn the ship. And I drop the staff to you now, and I'm gonna fly up to the ship.
I mean, Ford,
I don't want anyone to see that we have the staff.
Right.
I'm handing it off to you. Like, I can nonchalantly do that.
Uh,
I have really good sleight of hand.
yeah, I don't
was-
know, like, but yeah, anything's fine.
I was gonna do more or less the same thing, but you're kind of a criminal and I'm a goody two shoes, so I figured that they might be more likely to listen to me. And
Well, I
B,
don't know.
less
You're the
likely to
one with an
arrest
Only-
arrest record.
Exactly. That was my point. I must make. Only one of us has actually been arrested.
me. Yes,
and it
but
wasn't
I'm
me.
lawful good.
Only one of us has been arrested and confessed to the crime when they were arrested. And it wasn't me.
I'm
So
sorry.
who's
I felt
heading
bad
up?
about
So who's
killing
heading up
innocent
towards the
people.
airship?
I was going to.
At Melody's
Why-
suggestion, that's why I'm taking off.
Okay, so
Right.
you're heading up towards the airship. Melody and Eritrea, you're riding Giselle towards the Wardens that you can see coming up towards the gardens.
Yeah.
Professor Jalbatross, what are you doing?
I was going to kind of hover. I don't know if I'd seen Thorn flying up there, but just use booming voice for thaumaturgy to just yell like through the roof. There's a demon trapped within the God, what would you call that structure?
The temple?
Call it the temple. Sorry. There's a demon in the temple. He's locked himself in, but he can be out. But you can get to him through the roof. And
So
I'm
that's
going to
booming. Yeah, that's like booming
go
out from the
through him,
top.
no.
Don't tell
We
tell
don't,
him not
we
to
don't
go
need any
in.
more blood. He doesn't need any more blood. He might be able to complete the ritual.
Karina, Wardens are swarming by you. The shutters are open. People are looking down. There's at least 24 Wardens that go by you in the direction of the temple. You can see people coming out concerned over what you kind of yelled out towards everybody. People are seeing that Elith is on the ground. They're kind of helping her to her feet. It's strange. You know, they come out with cudgels and simple short swords and see that maybe the two of you have been attacked by something. You watch as the crowd begins to surge in the direction of the temple. You can now see that the airship has descended down 500 feet away from you and is now hovering over by where the temple is.
Can I ask Elith if she thinks that the ceremony has been thwarted, or if there's something else we need to do? Or
What ceremony? I was sneaking into Atrium's chamber to see if I could find more information about him, and I couldn't find any. He grabbed me and did a spell, I think. That's the last thing I remember. I don't know. I don't know what was happening. Where did you find me? How did we get here? Where are we?
We'll talk in a second, and I'm gonna summon Evil and see what he thinks on it, and I'm gonna do an Arcana or a religion check on it based on my own kind of warlocky experiences.
Evil does not show himself.
Evil, you coward! Rename you! Okay. Understandable, I guess. Can I do just like a religious check on it, or an Arcana check based on being a warlock myself?
What are you trying to check for?
Kind of like if it's a good idea to be sending people that way, or if it's a bad idea to be sending people that way.
Well, it's a little too late now. They're going that way. They're
Yeah.
under your kind of influence, and they're now racing down towards there. There's quite a few of them going in that direction. You can see the airship. You can hear the kind of distant kind of fighting, kind of ebbing closer towards where the temple would have been in the Smolder Spire. I mean, you kind of feel like as long as you're not getting killed, it's kind of like meh. You're
I mean, it's true.
better them than you.
But do I feel like he needs more body?
No, you get the feeling the target was Elith.
Okay, so I will take Elith to the Silver Thread, which is the safest place, and I will just inform the guards everything I know about it. Tell them to look for Father Atrium, and that if the demon comes, not to fight it directly, just to surround the perimeters.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We'll do what we can. You and your friend get to safety. they kind of usher you through the crowd and continue off in the direction. Melody and Eritrea, you come face to face with a group of wardens that are kind of like heavily armed. Some are carrying black powder rifles and halberds, and some look like they were just half dressed, like they heard something that was going on and kind of like put on pieces of armor and headed out into the streets. They see an Asimir and you're a fawn or satyr on the back of a unicorn, and they literally do that. Like, have you ever like left a party at 3 a.m. and there's just a scene going on that makes you stand there and stare at it briefly as you're leaving? That's kind of the vibe. They all kind of like stop, and there's dozens of them. They look at this, there's a temple in the background, this withered garden, and then the two of you kind of like galloping on a unicorn towards them. That vision alone just causes them to kind of like stop, and they screech to a halt. They kind of stare at each other, and then they stare back at the two of you.
So
go run, save the day.
So just put this out there. I've never had a reason to not concentrate on moonbeam. So as far as they know, there's still just a shaft of light hitting.
Yeah, there's like a moonbeam shaft of
60
light
feet
descending,
or 120 feet.
Yeah.
I'll hold up a hand in a very like dramatic way and be like, "Stop! Don't go any further. There's a demon inside the temple. It's extremely dangerous. We were able to get out, but we're super powerful. Do not approach. We need to determine what to do."
Give me a persuasion with advantage, because Eritrea's like sitting on the back of the unicorn looking stunning with his wings out and kind of helping you kind of persuade these wardens not to go any further.
I'm going to use otherworldly elegance, which means
hey guys,
a roll lower than a 9 is a 10.
When this episode's over, you got to get ready for bed.
All right. And I'm going to take a guidance.
No, we don't want to get ready for bed for it.
I muted.
Okay, that's an 18 plus a 3 for my guidance from Treo is a 21 plus 12 is a 33.
Nice.
Wow.
Woo!
What the hell?
One of the one of the captains of the warden kind of like comes out from the other wardens and looks at you and Eritrea. Or are the two of you angels?
Nay, we are but men.
Yes.
I pull the whole.
You beat me by a quarter second, you bastard.
He just looks very confused, but all right, men, stand down. Kind of like holds them all off. Report to the other wardens that are coming. Cordon off all the streets.
What's the name of the druid from the Wild Mother's temple?
Oh yeah.
I would ask them to. Someone needs to send for them. Tell them to please come as quickly as they can.
Okay. One of the wardens
Kaleem.
just goes. Who was it?
Kaleem.
Yeah, Kaleem. You send one of the wardens after to seek out Kaleem. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It kind of disappears off in the direction of where the gondola would normally be. What do we do? Do we just stand our ground? I've got plenty of people coming to cordon off the temple, but that airship is going to descend on that temple any moment now.
We have someone coordinating with the airship.
Yeah, like the moment he says that, Thorn, you kind of rise above the edge of the airship, and it is swarming with the Hand of Ord. These are the personal bodyguard of Jamansa Ord. There's at least 100 individuals on the deck of the ship, and they all have their magical halberds out that are like glowing with the blue energy around it, and they all look at you at the same time as the captain of the vessel is about to give the order to fire the cannonade down towards the temple, and then they all kind of halt, kind of looking up at you, just like coming out of the middle of nowhere. But as you come out of the middle of nowhere, you hear this very kind of academic booming voice behind you yelling out, the thaumaturgy of Professor Jalbatros, booming behind you, warning about the demon, the roof, and everything that's going on down below. This is enough to kind of cause them all to stop momentarily as they look at you kind of just sitting there.
I'm looking for a name. The guy that I tried to track down earlier about there being a possible second Jamon Sa'ord. He was the head of her guard. The one that Wisdom saved me out of the building when she was giving her speech the first time.
Yeah.
At the
you're going way back.
I am. I'm digging through my notes looking for the name right now.
You do not see him on the ship, though. The captain of this vessel, you do not recognize.
Okay, then
This is a totally different person.
Yeah, I'll fly up to the captain immediately.
You watch his weapons point towards you. The captain puts his hand on his rapier as you get closer.
I've put my rifle away and
state your business, fool. You're in the middle of a fight. Why are you here?
I've just come from the temple. There's a demon in the temple. You can't approach. If you get any closer, the demon you may draw him out. He's trying to cast a spell. We successfully diverted whatever he was casting.
Give me a persuasion.
We've
check.
got to lock the area down. Persuasion.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I don't think it's Ryan's internet. It's probably the computer is doing something weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is because he was saying he couldn't even load D&D Beyond, so he's going to come in here.
Yeah, that's fine. I figured it was his computer. If it was the internet, you'd be having issues too.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
She is closer to the modem.
That's true.
She's
Modem is in her room.
I am closer to the modem.
Okay, I got a 17 plus 6 of 23.
Okay. There's a hesitation. You watch as the captain, stand down. He then orders the ship to kind of hover at a safe distance. For now, it would appear that things have worked. There's no sign of the demon doing anything, and Karina is on her way to the Silver Threads with Elith in tow. Forn, you're up by the captain's ship as they hover above. Jalbatros is still down below, watching the last of his moonbeam fade at the end of his spell concentration. And Melody and Eritrea are down in front of the temple.
We're waiting for Christine to arrive.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask the captain if do you have anybody on your ship that can detect thoughts, that can do any magic like that?
I have no magic ability individuals on my ship. I didn't want to put them in harm's way this evening. There's a great deal of confusion. Supposedly, Father Atrium stormed into Lord Callion's chambers, killed him, decapitated, took his head. I can only imagine that this demonic situation down here in the temple must be connected. But the wardens are all confused, and evidently there is confusion throughout the streets. I'm not sure who to believe or what to expect at this point.
Well, I wanted to find a way that I might be able to convincingly tell you what I know. And this is actually very private information, very important information, but it's very high level information sensitive to Ankarel.
Well, unfortunately, my understanding is with Lord Callion dead, there is no leadership amongst Jrusar. There's no council. There's no magistrate or marshal who self-declared himself. Not entirely sure what we're supposed to do this evening.
Can we go to your quarters?
Captain's quarters, absolutely. Follow me. You all, keep an eye on the temple. If you see anything move out of it, you blast it. Other than that, stand your ground till more wardens get here. And you watch as one of the sergeants looks over. Sir, more wardens are gathering down in the streets below. And yes, I understand. keep your eyes open, but hold your fire for now. It would seem that there is more confusion going on than I was aware of. What is your name, sir?
I go by Fawn.
Fawn. You are Fae, are you not?
I work in service of the Bright Queen.
Ah, I understand. Come with me. He leads you towards the double doors of the captain's quarters. The two of you enter into the inside of it. He shuts the door behind him, kind of places his hands behind his back. Have a seat. Now explain to me, what exactly is going on?
Whatever Father Atrium has done tonight, I believe that's the demon now that is in the temple downstairs, down below.
Father Atrium and the demon are the same creature, then?
That's my suspicion, that Father Atrium has finally revealed himself. I don't know how much you knew about the Father. He had a secret room in his temple where he had this great
I don't know anything
arcane
about Father Atrium.
drawing on the floor.
The only thing I knew is that Father Atrium and Lord Callion colluded over Callion's taking position as marshal and putting a firm grip and getting the city back under control. The only other thing I know is now Lord Callion is dead, and Father Atrium was the perpetrator of this, and now the city has no leadership.
I pull out one of the greater healing potions and just drink the whole thing real quick, like catching my breath.
You can take max effect because you're essentially taking your full turn to do that. So whatever the max healing you would get from that, you would
20.
automatically get.
44 plus 4. Yeah. How did you used to contact your ruler, Jaman Saord?
Normally, Jaman would reach out to us, or we do have an orb of sending that we keep on board the flagship so that we can communicate with them, but they are dead.
When I leave, try to use the orb.
Well, but I don't understand what. Oh.
When I leave, try to use the orb, and you know my name.
I shall indeed, sir. Good luck to wherever you're going. And you watch as he opens up a trap door and he descends a series of stairs. You head back out onto the ship and you kind of elevate back up into the air, down towards where.
Well, I'm just flying towards Silver Threads now.
Okay, so you're
because that's why I handed off the staff, so I'm flying towards Silver Threads.
Okay. Melody and Eritrea, what are you two doing?
I think we're waiting for Kaleem to show up, unless you have any other thoughts.
Okay, waiting for Kaleem to show up. Professor Jalbatros, what are you doing?
So, has anybody actually gone to the roof of the temple to like?
No, they're all staying away.
All right. I'm just going to kind of. Did I watch the airship kind of touch down?
The airship is still hovering above. It just isn't getting any closer. And you watch as Thorn goes flying in the direction of the Lucent Spire. You can still hear Melody and Eritrea down below talking to the Wardens. You're still on the roof, right?
I'm where Ford pushed me off, but yeah, I haven't really moved from there. So
you notice, because you're closest to the temple, because Melody and Eritrea are about maybe 120 feet, 140 feet away, where they had stopped the Wardens from coming into the gardens. Ford is going towards the Lucent Spire, but because you're closest to the temple, you now notice that you can no longer see inside the windows. There is a boiling miasma of like feral fluid that has sealed off the windows, and wherever there's a crack or a gap in the temple, it is now oozing with this feral fluid and kind of leaking out almost like a wax, just this viscous fluid draining and beginning to slowly cover the surface of the exterior of the temple.
Can I just kind of do... I'm probably going to fly up and talk to see if there's any other paladins in the airship that I might want to pass off responsibility for. But as I do that,
as you fly up there and you land on the airship, they all go, "Oh fuck!" They just got done talking. So you just completely startle them. The captain immediately comes rushing out of the chamber. Hold your ground, hold. Professor Jalbatros.
Yeah.
I was just speaking with Jaman Saor. They are alive. They filled me in quickly on everything that Thorn had mentioned. We are aware of our need to assist you. Jaman Saor, they are on their way to the Chandei Quorum. If you kindly let your friends know that, I would appreciate it. I will hold your thoughts. I do not have paladins aboard my ship. I have warriors and fighters, but no paladins. So unfortunately, we cannot help in that way. My understanding is we're now in communication with the Wardens. Air skiffs are being sent down to them. We will keep the place contained and cordoned off. I understand a warden has run off to fetch a priest from the Wild Mother Temple, Kalim, the highborn priest of the Wild Mother Temple. We will do what we can, but until further orders from Jaman Saord, we will keep this place contained.
I thank you, soldier. While I was flying up there, what I was going to ask is, did my the opening I punched in the ceiling, has that been sealed, or is it just all the...
Yeah, you can see the ferrofluid kind of bubbling out of it. It's like, and you can see that the roof is slowly being covered with it. You can see that the sides of the, and like other people see it too, like the sergeant, sir, look! The captain comes over and looks down to see the effect on the temple kind of slowly happening as well.
Just because I'm curious, I just want to shoot a sacred flame at it to see if it does anything like untoward.
Well, you're now a couple hundred feet up in the air, so you'd have to get closer.
What is that range? 60 feet? Okay, I can fly over, within 60 feet of it.
Yeah, you get within 60 feet of it, and you take a sacred flame shot at it. You watch it hits the gelatinous mass of the ferrofluid and just kind of absorbs the energy. It briefly, the radiant effect kind of creates a little hardened spot of the ferrofluid, but then immediately kind of gets overwhelmed by the ferrofluid.
All right. So I just want to go back to the commander I was speaking to and let him know that, let your paladins know. Whatever this fluid is, it does seem to react to radiant energies. I don't know if that's going to be useful long term, but it seems to have to heal itself.
Well, we will let the high priest know when he gets here.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and call out Brightquill and just kind of ride them back to the Prancing Centaur.
Okay.
More so that I don't really look like, me. I can just be a guy that's riding from a guy that's fleeing from a scene of turmoil on a mount.
Yeah. Melody and Eritrea, everyone else is gone. The two of you stand on the outskirts of the neighborhood that borders around the temple. Eventually, you watch as Kalim arrives. The Luxodon kind of swaddled in robes, little sleeper's cap draped over his face, and what seems to be the problem? Oh my, this young warden was. Melody, Eritrea, good to see you. What is going on? What is happening?
There's a legitimate demon inside that temple now.
A legitimate. One would suppose that demons are illegitimate. I'm sorry, I'm very confused. That is.
It appears your suspicions on Atrium were correct. That he's been up to something, and he seemed to have summoned this into the Dawnfather Temple.
You watch as he kind of pulls his robes tighter around him and begins to walk through the rest of the wardens and between the two of you, and nice unicorn. Kind of pats it on its hind, and Kaleem is 7 feet tall. It's a big figure. Pulls his sleeping cap off of his head, begins to kind of walk between the two of you, and walks at the very edge of the garden. You watch as Kaleem holds out a hand and immediately begins to kind of go into some kind of chant or ritual. You then watch as huge blackened vines and plant life begin to swarm up and out of the nearby gardens. You watch as he focuses more on the surrounding gardens, and within about 10 minutes, a natural barrier of vegetation now encircles the entire circumference of the temple. It's about 10 feet tall, maybe about 5 feet thick, and this wall now encircles the entire thing. You then watch as he makes a kind of arcane signet in the air, and you watch as the barrier begins to flare with a bit of radiant energy, and little religious signets of the Wild Mother begin to kind of flare into existence around the perimeter of the wall. He comes back breathing heavily. Don't know how long that will help, but it is a protection from good and evil spell that I just used. It should keep this power contained until the morning, but past that, I'm not sure what we should do. You watch as an air skiff lands. Some of the wardens get a little bit defensive, but the Hand of Ord guards immediately come off. One of the sergeants comes running over to speak with the warden captain. They exchange words pretty quickly. The warden captain comes over to Melody and Eritrea and Kaleem. It would seem that Jaman's Ord is not dead. They are up in the Chandei Quorum chamber now. The Hand of Ord have been given jurisdiction over this challenge. They've asked Kaleem to stay, and for me and mine to get the streets of the Smolder Spire back under control. Things are already calming down in the other spires as we speak. I'm sorry, Seda and Azamar. I did not get your names.
Melody.
Takes your fingertips, is a little confused with the custom, and kind of, I see. Shakes your fingers, thinks it's like a satyr thing, so shakes your fingers, thinking that's the way you socialize. Looks towards the Azamir.
Eritrea, and I give a little bow.
Thank you for all you and your friends have done here tonight. Oz will manage it now. Streets are our responsibility. The temple is the Hand of Ord. Whatever you've done here tonight, I'm sure this city owes you a big thanks. I personally would like to thank you for whatever has happened here, and you have saved the lives of my wardens and the people of the Smolder Spire. Where can we find you? What is the name of your group?
Well, you can find us at the Prancing Centaur for all of your fine silks, perfumes, and treasures.
Just insert the person in the middle of the end of the world. I love it. Perfect. D6 inspiration for that one, Melody. That was pretty epic.
That's Gilmore's Glorious Goods.
Where would you and Eritrea like to go to next?
It sounds like we're being told to head up towards the Chandei Quorum. So,
well, they're just saying that Jaman's Ord is there. As far as you know, the original fallback point was supposed to be the Silver Threads.
In that case, I guess I would think we would walk back up to the Silver Thread.
Okay.
Well, you have the staff, too.
I know, but I don't want to be seen using the staff, because everyone knows whoever had the staff is the person who killed Callian.
Yeah, that's true, because you guys used the staff at that moment that you were seeing. So yeah, that's a good point. And Ford, you started just flying off in the direction, correct? Of
Yep.
the Silver Threads? And I know Professor Jabatros is heading back towards the prancing centaur.
But Karina and
Elith
were also on foot towards Silver Threads.
Correct.
With a 500-foot head start.
As all of you journey in your prospective directions, the sounds of the fighting in the streets diminish. Whatever hold or whatever effect that Atrium had dispersed through the city has now faltered and lost its power. You could already see wardens and Hand of Ord soldiers reconciling in the streets, confused over why they found themselves fighting. They seem to realize something had gone on. As all of you make your journey towards the Silver Thread or towards the prancing centaur, at your moment of arrival, you watch as a massive brass dragon ascends up into the sky. There's this sudden kind of blast of energy off in the distance that kind of catches everybody's eye as everyone recognizes the dragon form of Jaman Saord. They immediately stare in their direction and realize they are no longer dead. This seems to elevate the spirits and the moods of the people as you journey. The four of you arrive at the Silver Threads. Professor Jabatros arrives at the prancing centaur. Somewhere in the Hellcatch Valley, a minotaur stands in front of a statue. This minotaur is lost in thought, surrounded by cages of humans, elf, dwarves, and fey folk. He looks up at the statue, turns, looks at the Dwagar. Well, it would seem that things have gone poorly for us. I believe my husband to be dead. It would seem that whatever plans we have in the city have been undone. Kill all the prisoners. We shall retreat deeper into the Hellcatch, and we will start anew. And that's where we're going to finish tonight.
Oh, man.
As the first main arc has come to its conclusion. However, it's not a milestone because our last session and this session combined were the actual milestone. But I had a funny feeling you guys were going to go for Atrium, so I wanted you to have the milestone based on your success with the Changeling and all that fun stuff. So I didn't want you to go, I didn't want you to go into a... Had you guys stayed, it would have been pretty grim. It would have been a real tough fight after your fight with the Changeling because you guys were pretty much running on empty as far as spell slots were concerned. But I don't want to overwhelm you too much with all that. So you guys go ahead and linger. We're going to talk about the schedule. Everybody else, be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play a game, everybody. Good night, all. One of these days, one of these days.